come out recently. Been practicing myself. It's going to be coming out for game number 1, and this is a character that since his release, I always looked at it. I was like, okay, Cody, being a Brawlhalla player, this is definitely the legend that he's been waiting for. A lot of players that favor Axe like Orb a lot too, and since Cody is that Blasters man on top of the Axe, having Reno come out is just a character that I'm really excited to see him play a lot more competitive, and he's bringing it out for game number 1 with Phazon to go up against Santy and Snowy. And this could be a thing where they're like, okay, neither the Terros or the Brawlhalla work well against Boomy and Sandstorm. If we want to win the tournament, we're going to have to beat him with something else. Maybe Reno's the answer. They're warming it up against Santy and Snowy. Let's see if they can get through them in this game number 1.
And yeah, and the good thing too is that having Phazon as your twos partner just means that like you have a huge pocket of legends that you can swap to, and Phazon's so used to doing it in tournament that it's like he can just like that and play a different legend.
But also, he can just like that play Val, and you'll have the best twos teammate that you could ever ask for while you're trying different things. And that's exactly what we're seeing here is Cody. I mean, Phazon's just hit it both ways. Wait, whoa, I can't believe that hit. And there it goes. He goes down with that weapon throw. And Phazon with the D-Light recovery on the other side of the stage. Cody and Phazon are looking for that team combo. So many dares and nares coming out from Cody so far. And Snowy struggling to get back to stage. Wants that weapon. Santy actually steals it from him. And he's still looking. Oh, D-Light in the down air. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Wow, how does Cody Sayre so quickly? He's so
I know,
so good.
right? Like when Cody Sayres, it has less end lag than everyone else does it.
I'm like, none of those were connected. How are you getting these off so fast? Man.
Ooh,
nice
what a decision.
Yeah. Denner hits. Cody jumps up that side air, dodges down. Phazon with the coverage of the side air right afterwards, but Snowy goes to that sidelight neutral air. Santy's trying to take Cody off the top. Stocks even across the board, but Cody the most damaged. Ooh, he dive kicks right into him. I can't believe he got through that without getting touched. And Phazon may have been a little greedy with that neutral stick as Cody goes off the top, and now Phazon's in that 1v2 where he gets an easy punish after hitting that neutral light.
You gotta be careful against Phazon off stage, man. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I still think this is easily the best player off the stage. The way that Phazon is ill with a corner guard has clutched too many a tournament game at this point. They keep letting them get away with it. So you gotta be careful about this dude off stage, especially when you got the giant hands in hand.
Ooh, the recovery hits after Snowy overreaches on that punish. And now Cody with the side air is trying to get Santy to basically lose the second stock here, and Santy's not having anything with it. Sider puts Phazon down, and now Cody's got to run for his life, and his life is that stock's off the top of the stage, and he's gone 3 stocks to 1 all of a sudden. And well, after a certain point, you got to wonder, it's like, how much of a chance does Phazon really have here?
Yeah, I'm with you there. I mean, Snowy, especially untouched, finally the first hit, is going to lead to something, but at this point, like, the amount of damage Phazon is taking in relativity to the amount of damage that he is putting out is... Oh, you are crazy, man.
Yeah, that was... grab the wake-up gravity cancel down light to stop him. And you know what? That's such a greedy, like... I say greedy, but it's a smart thing to do for Kojis. You slightly charge the side stick gun bow, because if it's going to hit, it's not true. So if it's going to hit, you're hoping that they spot dodge or dodge in or whatever, and you get more power onto it, right? But Phazon, expecting that one for the gravity cancel downlight on wake up to hit him before the arrow even shoots out, was able to get that stock. And just it's unfortunate for him that he wasn't on his last stock there. He had 2 stocks to play with. So he falls down shortly afterwards, but still really big brain play coming out from Phazon towards the end there.
And we're going right back to Mammoth Fortress for game 2. You guys can take a look at the stats here. Not a lot of damage coming out from Team Blue, like, at all. You know, like 300, 400, not super great. Got 0 SIGs coming out from Cody Travis, and then we got 8 coming out from Phazon.
I guess Cody wasn't really happy about losing to Koji last game because he is he's picked the legend himself here going into game number 2. A little bit to my surprise. But let's see how it plays out. Cody now on the sword and the bow, not the weapons that I'm used to casting him on. But anything's possible as we're going to game number 2 here. Cody and Phazon up against Snowy and Santy. It's Phazon that time getting the slide charge neutral stick to connect.
Okay, we're going to see. I mean, so far, double sword definitely never bad in the 2v2 landscape. The Cody bow is something that we're going to get a chance to critique a little bit, but so far, You know, it's a fairly even game. Cody's taking the most damage again. It seems like the red team's kind of been beating up on Cody a little bit these past few games.
Yep, and they're continuing with that that down light in the side air. Snowy gets the side air on Cannon, tries to throw the weapon into Phazon, but the platform's there to help Phazon recover. So they just focus right back over to Cody. And you saw Snowy was ready with the gravity cancel down light, just barely misspaced it, but he was going to hit him right after that neutral light. So Cody taking a ton of damage so far on this stock. Nicely done. Avoids the downer, gets the D-light recovery. He's trying to take Snowy off the top, but still a lead for the red team.
Okay. Oh, that weapon throw is going to go ahead and hit Phazon. Phazon's going to try to recover to the other side and doesn't have enough height to be gained from his recovery options. That's going to be a stock gone. And the red team, you know, they're chilling. You know, they're even stocks. Yeah. This is honestly preferred.
Yeah, Cody has a little bit of damage, but yeah, when you're in a position where you can respond to your teammate getting hit, it's nice. If Santy lived a little bit longer, Snowy could have possibly taken more damage from a team combo. Whereas now, the blue team is in that situation where they just got to knock Cody away, and they could 1v2 Phazon for a good 10 seconds before Cody makes it back. But that D-Light there is just enough to take Cody down on its own. And Phazon gets back to the side stick, gets some damage in, and not punished. Phazon actually kind of popping off. He's been really carrying the team so far in this 2v2.
Yeah. I'd have to agree. I mean, Cody, probably going to swap to another legend if they don't come out on top this game, to put it lightly. He's not working out so far.
Well, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that's the case. We'll see how it plays out here. He hasn't taken too much damage here, but he also hasn't really gotten any crazy KOs besides that nair. There's the down sig on his teammate. Team combo gets him hit by a down sig, and Santy just combos that into a recovery. Cody diagonal dodges away from the side sig, and Santy gets punished for it. He's got to stop doing that. The blue team seems to be really ready for that charged side sig after side light. He's been losing stocks for that.
And then we're set up here for Phazon to be stuck in another 2v1 scenario. Cody already in the red, one good hit away, and that's a Zol over there, that Amethyst. And that's going to lead to a very easy KO if we decide, if Snowy decides to throw out a signature of pretty much any capacity at this point. Cody will just be gone.
Oh, yeah, he's just leaving Phazon on that 1v2. Cody gets in, nice job with the down air, gets the nair after. Oh, Cody's just trying to get a side light, I feel like, and Snowy's just blasting away. Oh, he got away. He went for the hardest read ever, but he pivoted in there. Oh, nice
what an
save.
interrupt. Yeah, that's going to go ahead and remove Cody's stock. Cody didn't even necessarily make a bad play there. You know, tried to get a punish and just got punished for going for the punish because Phazon was not in a position to stop that from happening.
That was cool. Got the Greater Cancel side light off of the neutral light. Whoa. Whoa.
I like it. I like it because Phazon's the type, right? We were talking about how this guy's crazy off stage. He's the one who's going to chase you all the way underneath Mammoth Fortress and try to find that KO. So you know what? Hit him with that recovery and stage spike him off the bottom.
Yeah, that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Because I promise you, me as a player, I would just be so focused on saving my own stock there. Whereas Santy's like, wait a minute. I don't even need to make it back if I hit this recovery. And he hits it. And what do you know? The stock's gone before he even has to worry about making it back to the stage, and that means that Snowy and Santy are up 2-0 against Cody Travis and Phazon, where Cody Travis is having a little bit of a legend crisis, I feel like. He's been switching off a lot. Nothing's really working. Will he go back to the Barasa for this game number 3 and see if he can take it all the way through the reverse sweep? Because that's what they're going to need if they want to make it to the lower semifinals. Otherwise, Cody Travis and Phazon could be out at 5th after just one more loss.
And honestly, I feel like no matter what, you got to go back to a Blasters legend here, man. You know, like, not to say I ain't Cody Travis. I ain't as good as Cody Travis, but I do know what people know Cody Travis for. And so at this point, Cody's saying, you know what, screw you, Flambo. I'm picking the Koji. I don't know how I feel about the Koji. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. But you're one of the best in the business, so I'll respect your decision. But if you catch the L, don't come crying to me.
Yeah, well, Cody is he's basically the person that invented hitting somebody with a sidelight 3 times in a row because they kept dodging down, you know? Like he's the one that's really showcased a lot of the tricks that Blasters can do. But the Koji's going to be it, and instead Phazon's going to be switching over to the Hattori, getting the double sword, coming out here still here from the Val pick, but now off the gauntlets into the spear, and we're opening up an Apocalypse, and Cody getting hit a bunch by Santy already, but he makes it through, gets the nair on the Snowy, and so far so good for everybody on the screen, really. Snowy the only one taking the most damage so far, but first stock could go anyway. It's a close game.
And one thing I will say is that in terms of like team combos, we haven't really seen much, if any at all, from Cody, Travis, and Phazon. I feel like usually every tournament we see at least 1 or 2 good ones per set, you know, but it seems like they're just struggling to get those setups today, and it might be the difference here. We see a potential edge guard sequence coming out. Cody's not going to commit, and I feel like that's probably in a tribute to, oh, that's not good. You got the friendly fire on your teammate. But I think Cody's a little bit scared now. He's been the one to lose his stock first every single time. I think he's being a little bit more reserved. Oh my gosh.
Even after the chase dodge, he just gets dared away. Phase on the 1 stock tanking and securing the blue team lead. And Cody's not so damaged this time that I feel like this lead's deceptive. I feel like it's actually a pretty good position for them, and Cody's actually, oh, Cody.
Yeah, it's like, gosh, Garnet.
It's been happening a few times too. Down stick on bow, neutral stick on sword. Now the down air takes the stock down, but they're still in the lead. Santy has the most damage on him so far. Snowy fighting Phase on the left side of the stage. We've got those separated 1v1s going on, and Santy just there to cover Snowy's back. Really great play so far from the red team to bring this back, and lots of neutral lights from Snowy. Connecting, getting some good blasts. Oh man, it's just friendly fire of the game today, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently everyone's just happy with hitting their teammate. They say, you know what, I'll cut my losses and it's worth.
He's just down there at Santy twice in a row.
Oh man, they can't. The team synergy is not hitting right now. You know, like they are in their bag right now with these separate 1v1s. It's gonna be team synergy on the wipe, though, as both members of Team Blue get KO'd. They're on the verge of being 3-0'd by Snowy and Santy. They have to make the comeback right now, but instead, they're greeted by getting sent quickly into the yellow on their final stocks.
Oh no! I can't blame Cody for that one. But then again, I don't know what he was down singing.
So maybe you can.
So maybe I can. Recovery hits. Oh, and Phazon with that recovery hitting means that his weapon's gone. He has to wait for one to come through, and Snowy's guarding it. Neutral Sig almost comboed off of that, which would have been hilarious because it was his teammate. Oh no, Snowy! That was really greedy.
That was needlessly reckless, some might say. But Snowy knows that Zol hits like a truck. You know, like that probably would have KO'd one of the members of the blue
like
team.
a truck, he just gravity cancel down, sticks in the middle of the air, and Phazon goes down. Gravity cancel sideline hits Cody, D-line side air into side air. That's the team synergy we're looking for right at the very end. Santy and Snowy will say we still got it. Cody, Travis, and Phazon are out 3-0 in lower quarterfinals, and Snowy and Santy secure a spot in the top 4 of the Autumn Championship.
And I can't even be, you know, I feel like I was being a little harsh on Cody that entire set.
Yeah.
But I can't even be mad at that last game because you look at the damage, and Cody did 522. That's someone who's holding their weight. Phazon, on the other hand, 277. Definitely the Hattori, I guess, not being the pick there. The spear wasn't quite working out, you know, in terms of Phazon's bag of tricks. There's the Hattori, there's the Val, there's the Wushang. Maybe Wushang might have been a pick there, you know, if you wanted this.